In reality TV, a lot of the time you see your favorite contestant go, but sometimes you feel like they shouldn't deserve that. So today in this video, I'll be going over 10 female contestants who should get a second chance in Survivor. Welcome back to Enchant Films, let's get into the video. Number 10, Reem Dally. Reem may have been the first person voted out of Survivor Edge of Extinction, but she undeniably left her mark on the season with her snappy one-liners as she bitterly welcomed each eliminated player to the Edge. During her time in the game, Reem targeted Wentworth, one of the returning players, causing Wentworth to retaliate and gather the numbers to vote Reem out. The type of player who would learn from her mistakes, Reem deserves a second chance to prove to the viewers that she can make it deep in the game. Being a previous first boot, she would also have the smallest target on her back in a returnee season, an advantage the other players would lack. Plus, she only needs to survive the first tribal to improve on her original performance.
I'm not done, dude. Well, here's the funny thing.
Number 9, Missy Bird. A dominant strategic force, Missy controlled her tribe in the first half of Island of the Idols, building relationships and deciding who would get voted out. However, she became arrogant and overconfident, leading to her demise. During the second half of the game, Missy was blindsided after her allies, Elaine and Karashima, flipped on her and joined Tommy in voting her out. A second go-around would allow Missy to correct her past mistakes and build stronger relationships. With her strategic mindset, social game, and strong challenge performance, she has the necessary skills to win the game, making her a force to be reckoned with.
It's a liability when it comes to physical endurance. Because even today,
Victoria Bosmond. Another strategically savvy player, Victoria was responsible for pulling off many blindsides throughout the season, with her most notable one being the Aubrey blindside. On track to make it to the final 3 and potentially winning the game, the Edge of Extinction twist threw a curveball in Victoria's plans. Chris re-entered the game, leading to Victoria getting idled out and finishing in 6th place. A cunning under-the-radar player, Victoria would most likely make it far in a second chance type of season, pulling off blindside after blindside. With the Edge of Extinction no longer in play, Victoria wouldn't have a twist getting her way of claiming the $1 million prize.
On with idols and advantages. I'm sure people have started looking, but I have no...
Number 7, Carolyn Rivera. In Survivor Worlds Apart, Carolyn made it all the way to the final 3 and finished in 2nd place. She lost to Mike Holloway, who won based off his immunity wins and idol finds. However, Carolyn was a very strategic player. She also was able to find idols and was always in the majority of the vote, a testament to her strong gameplay. While she was on the ballot of Survivor Second Chance, Carolyn failed to get enough votes from the public to make it on the cast. Regardless, Carolyn is still a very deserving player of return. She could very well find herself sitting in the final 3 once again, giving her another shot to secure the majority of the jury votes.
And so the only contemplation in my mind was...
Number 6, Michelle Yee. Michelle was a very likable player and got along well with everyone. An example of her impressive social game, however, at the merge, she fell victim to one of the most notorious twists in the show's history. The final 10 was split into 2 teams of 5, and the losing team would immediately go to Tribal Council. With no time to strategize, Michelle found herself in the minority alliance and was eliminated from the game. After getting unlucky with a twist outside of her control, Michelle was one of those best deserving players for a second chance. Plus, with it being 13 years since she last played, it would be fascinating to see an older Michelle make her long-awaited return. Hopefully she can adapt to the new school style of play.
Hugging her way past Rocky.
Sun's moving fast.
Number 5, Elaine Scott. Another socially savvy player, Elaine was targeted at the first Tribal Council for her strong social game and her potential jury threat if she were to make it to the end. Fortunately, she was able to survive the first Tribal thanks to her social bonds. Elaine would go on to find hidden immunity idols, correctly play advantages, and flip on her allies, until she was cut at the final 7 for being too big of a jury threat. A fan favorite and lovable character, Elaine proves she's a formidable gamer and would be a welcome addition to a second chance type of season. She may come into the season as one of the bigger targets, but she's proved before that she can evade elimination and go deep into the game.
That's like you form a bond with everybody immediately.
Yeah. Aaron said that people...
Number 4, Sydney Gillen. Originally on the Braun tribe, Sydney found herself in a strong alliance with Scott and Jason, but at the merge she flipped on her allies and joined Aubrey in voting out Nick. Sydney was credited for leading the charge against Nick, proving that she's not afraid to make big moves. However, she missed out on the final 3, losing to Aubrey in a final 4 fire-making challenge. If offered another chance to play Survivor, Sydney will continue to prove her strong game awareness. She could very well find herself making more big moves to better her position in the game.
So is your hands mainly, is it?
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Not that
Just this hand or that?
Number 3, Angelina Keeley. One of the more polarizing players out of the recent seasons, Angelina made it to the final 3, but didn't gain in the respect of the jury, receiving 0 jury votes. Regardless, she was a fun character and becoming one of the most memorable female villains of the show, thanks in large part to her being perceived as disingenuous and her blatant jury pandering. A return for a second chance season could see Angelina make it far once again, or she could find herself an early boot due to her villainous reputation. Regardless, it will be fascinating to watch as she can change up her strategy in order to gain the respect of her fellow castaways.
Start low. You know negotiation, that's what you do.
Okay, here's my thought. We'll cut to the chase.
Okay.
If somebody...
Number to Chrissy Hoffman. Another runner-up, Chrissy played a very strategic game, but ultimately lost to Ben Drybergen, who found idol after idol to avoid elimination. Furthermore, a late-game twist altered the outcome of the Final Four Tribal Council, as Ben was going to be voted out. Survivors, Heroes vs. Healers vs. Hustlers was the first season to introduce the Final Four fire-making challenges, where the immunity winner would send 2 people to fire, a twist that screwed over Chrissy's chance of winning. As a result, Chrissy is deserving of a second chance, as her ability to adapt and her social maneuvering make her one of the best players to never win. A return could easily see her claim the title of sole survivor.
During the loved one visit, your dad came out. You were really open about your bond and the survivor.
Number 1, Kelly Kim. Kelly exhibited exceptional strategic and social acumen during her time on Survivor Island of the Idols. Not only was she able to find 2 hidden immunity idols in a single episode, but she also single-handedly orchestrated Jack's blind slap by secretly giving an idol to Dean. However, Keeley found herself dealing with inappropriate touching from another contestant, causing her to become disassociated from the game. Ultimately, she was blindsided at the merge, going home with 2 idols in her pocket. Keeley gave viewers only a small taste of what she was capable of in her gameplay. Most deserving of a second chance, Keeley still has a lot more tricks up her sleeve.
Kelly must get on the boat and head to the Island of the Idols. She will return
to prove she can go all the way to the end and win. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.